All right, let's jump right in. We're going to unpack a poem that's over 100 years old from the legendary Rabindranath Tagore. And get this, the title is Leave This Chanting and Singing. Right away, that tells you he's got something pretty radical to say. It's this powerful challenge to how we think about spirituality, and honestly, the message feels more relevant now than ever.
So right off the bat, we're shown these two images. On one side, you've got a farmer, sleeves rolled up, literally working in the dirt. And on the other, a person deep in prayer, kind of silhouetted and serene. See what's happening here? It's two totally different pictures of what devotion looks like. And this is the exact tension Tagore wants us to dig into.
And that leads us to the big question, one that's pulled straight from the source material. Who do you think is actually doing a better job of serving God? I mean, why? Is it the person in quiet, solitary prayer? Or is it the one out there, getting their hands dirty with hard work? Well, Tagore's poem has a very clear, and for some, a pretty surprising answer.
Okay, so let's explore the first path. This is the one most of us would probably think of as the traditional way to connect with the divine, right? The path of temple worship. And Tagore, he paints a really vivid picture for us here.
Whom dost thou worship in this lonely, dark corner of a temple, with doors all shut? Wow, lonely, dark corner, doors all shut. You can feel the isolation, can't you? That feeling of being totally cut off from the world. He's basically asking the worshiper, and he's asking us, who are you really talking to in there, all by yourself?
And he lists all the familiar things you'd expect, right? The chanting, the singing, the prayer beads, the incense. All of these rituals are in a way like building a wall. They're meant to separate the holy from the everyday, to create this perfect, clean space that's totally removed from the messiness of real life. And just when you're settled into that quiet temple space, bam, Tagore hits us with this challenge. It's a direct command. Open thine eyes and see thy God is not before thee. He's shouting, wake up. Everything you're doing, all these rituals in this dark room, you're missing the entire point. The God you're looking for, not here. So if not here, then where? So just like that, Tagore throws open the temple doors, pulls us out of that darkness, and shoves us into a totally different scene. Welcome to path number 2, the world of dusty soil. A world of work, sweat, and getting your hands dirty. And here it is, the big reveal. God isn't in that lonely temple. According to Tagore, he's there where the tiller is tilling the hard ground, and where the pathmaker is breaking stones. He's with the farmer, working the stubborn earth. He's with the laborer, building a road for everyone else. The divine, Tagore says, is found in the struggle, in the act of making things, not in hiding from it all. And just look at the imagery here. It's the total opposite of the temple, isn't it? We're talking hard ground, not fancy prayer rugs. We're talking sun and rain, not a controlled dark room. Clothes covered in dust, not some clean, holy robe. This is a spirituality you can touch and feel, one that's grounded in the real, physical world. So let's just put these two worlds right next to each other. In the temple, it's lonely, dark, shut, and clean. Out on the soil, it's about being together, it's sunlit, it's open, and yeah, it's dusty. What Tagore's getting at is that maybe, just maybe, spirituality isn't about being clean and separate, but about getting your hands dirty, right alongside everyone else. Okay, so this is where we get to the real heart of the poem's philosophy. See, that person in the temple is looking for something really specific. It's this idea of deliverance. But Tagore is about to flip that whole concept on its head. So what is deliverance? Well, it's basically being rescued, right? Rescued from danger or pain or evil. That's the goal for so many spiritual paths, isn't it? To escape the struggle of everyday life and find some higher, more peaceful state. It's all about wanting freedom from the world. So the poem asks the million-dollar question, where do you actually find this deliverance? If you're looking for that ultimate freedom, that rescue from all the pain, where is it? And this is the incredible twist. Tagore writes, our master himself has joyfully taken upon him the bonds of creation. He is bound with us all forever. Did you catch that? The divine, the master, isn't trying to escape creation. It joyfully accepted being part of it. It's bound to us forever in all the mess and the glory. And that's the whole point. If God isn't trying to run away from the world, why on earth should we be? True deliverance isn't about finding freedom from the world. It's about finding freedom in it. But Tagore doesn't just leave us with this mind-blowing idea. Nope. The final part of the poem is a straight-up command. It's a call to action, not just for the person in the temple, but for all of us. Step 1, come out of thy meditations. Basically, stop hiding. Get out of your own head, out of that silent little world you've built for yourself.
Step 2, and leave aside thy flowers and incense. Put down the props. The flowers, the incense, sure, they're nice, but Tagore is saying they're just a distraction from the real work that needs to be done.
Then he asks this amazing question. What harm is there if thy clothes become tattered and stained? He's challenging our whole idea of what it means to be pure. He's saying, don't be afraid to get messy. A meaningful life, a connected life, is going to leave its marks. Those stains and tattered clothes, they're not signs of being impure. They're proof that you've actually lived.
And this brings us to the ultimate goal. He says to meet him and stand by him. The point isn't to worship some god way up in the sky. It's to meet the divine that's right here in other people. It's a command to stand with them, not above them. Suddenly, worship isn't about prayer. It's about solidarity.
In toil and in sweat of thy brow. And that's the meeting place. Not in the quiet of your mind, but in the noisy, shared effort of real work. In the toil and the sweat. That, Tagore is telling us, is the real holy ground. So we come full circle, back to that farmer in the field. But now we're seeing him through Tagore's eyes. He's not just plowing a field, he's part of the divine act of creation. And the big takeaway from all of this is pretty simple, but profound. Spirituality isn't found by escaping the world. It's found by engaging with it, head on, with everything you've got. Which leaves us with one last question to chew on. Tagore offered us his answer, right? He shifted the focus from the heavens down to the earth, from thinking about ourselves to thinking about others. So now, the question for you is, what does it mean in your own life to connect with something larger than yourself?